Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Transformation Secrets. Today, I'm actually going to be talking about day, I believe, 16 through 20. I kind of had an off week and I gained 6 pounds. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Luke Rangel, and I want you to know that I get it. I know how you are feeling because I used to be there, working out nonstop, only to see little to no results, eating as healthy as I could, only to gain weight, or even worse, constantly losing the same 10 pounds over and over again, driving myself crazy. I'm also here to tell you that it is not your fault. These big corporations are here for one thing, and that's to make money off of us, trying to tell us what to eat so they can make a capital gain while we spend our hard-earned money going from one fitness program to the next just to try to feel like our old selves again. I'm here to tell you the truth, to tell you the secrets that trainers and gurus make you pay thousands of dollars for, and how simple it can be to live the life you have always wanted. My name is Luke Rangel, and this is Transformation Secrets. And welcome back, everybody. Again, you can find everything at transformationsecretspodcast.com. There's free workouts in there. There's free supplement guides. You could ask me a question. And there's a few extra stuff in there as well. All for free, of course, because that's what we do. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a review. Let me know how I'm doing. Unless you don't like me, then you could just unsubscribe. That's fine too. And so today, hopefully, my goal out of today is to share with you kind of like just how human everybody is and how I failed pretty much this past week and kind of what was going through my mind. And how I'm going to get over it, which is also the important part. I was listening to a podcast today by Russell Brunson, who he helps like entrepreneurs, and he's just huge in the entrepreneur space. And he did a podcast today on stop stopping, and it really hit home with me today. Not because I was planning on stopping, but I know when people usually go through what I went through last week, and if they see their weight fluctuate so much like mine did within the last week, then they stop. And instead of just kind of getting back on the plan, instead of really just like staying after their goals, they stop altogether and just say it's not worth it, it's too hard, whatever it may be, right? Enter excuse. And hopefully, like, I'm going to share with you exactly what was going on, exactly what I ate, and how I'm going to get back on it. So you could do the same when this happens in your life. Some of us, it happens more often than not. It used to happen to me every single day in the beginning of my journey. And then as I got better, I learned more skills, I learned more techniques, and it just got easier and easier as time goes on. But I promise you, I did not wake up one day and it was just extremely easy. It took a lot of practice. It took a lot of not stopping to make it happen. And so this last week, like if you've been following on the podcast, as you can see, I'm going over the last 4 days now instead of every single day. And if you follow the emails, kind of the same thing happened. And the main reason, I just felt burnt out. I don't know what was going on. I actually talked to a few close friends who own businesses themselves or just doing whatever, and they felt the same way. They're like, I don't know what's in the air, but for whatever reason, like there's a few of us that were just burnt out, and it could have been stresses from many things. Maybe I heard it's the 6-month anniversary of quarantine, where we're supposed to go back in 2 weeks. Everything was supposed to be opened up, and it's 6 months since then. So maybe it was just that 6-month anniversary. I don't know. But like I woke up, I wasn't motivated to work out. And honestly, I didn't work out, and I'll explain that in a bit too. I didn't want to stick to a nutrition plan. I just didn't want to work. Like I just felt stressed, and I didn't really know why I felt stressed. I just felt stressed. And so when you feel stress in one area of your life, it carries out to other areas of your life. That's why I believe it's so important to have some kind of morning routine. And when I miss out on my morning routine, which of course I did, many days last week, you just feel off. Like, so for me, just real quick, my favorite thing to do, like if it's the perfect morning for me, I'll wake up, I'll dive into some kind of personal, I'll do like a little bit of stretching. I'll dive into some personal development, whatever it is, just kind of growing the brain, learning some new tactics, just things on how to be a better person. Really, it doesn't have to do anything with fitness or business or anything. It's just how do you become a better person? And I'd like to get that first thing in my mind and kind of set my mind straight. And then I'll go work out and then kind of get my day going. And when I miss out on that, I feel like I'm missing something in my day. Like it just feels off. Like I don't feel as motivated. I don't feel as connected to my purpose or where I want to go when things like that happen. I don't know. It's hard to explain if you've never had like a morning routine. I mean, most people, what they do is they'll wake up to go through their day, and then they go to bed at night and repeat over and over and over again. They wait to see what the day has in store for them instead of going after their day and like making use of it, right? And so that's kind of how I felt the last few days. And so what happened on Thursday? I believe, yeah, it was Thursday. I don't know what happened to my hand. I don't know if it was carpal tunnel. I don't know if it was what. But on Thursday is kind of when everything started hitting me hard. And so like I could barely even move my hand without pain. I definitely couldn't work out. And that upon with like stress I was having with work and stress with home and everything, like it was just taking a toll. And so I didn't work out that day. Plus I was just feeling in pain with my hand. And so what happened was I just started eating bad. So I'm actually going to open up my food plan here. I'm going to go back to Thursday. So on Thursday, so if you guys remember, if you've been following, my goals every day was carbs 275, fat is 60, and protein is 200. So on Thursday, I actually hit my macros still. But then on Friday, I definitely did not hit my macros. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday didn't even come close to hitting my macros. But what I did is I stayed within my calories. So this is key right here. So if you're having an off day and you just can't hit your macros for whatever reason, but yet you still want to move forward and you still want to progress or at least not lose your results, then what you need to do is hit your protein goal and hit your calories. Everything else is whatever, it's up in the air. My weight, is your weight going to fluctuate? Probably, like mine did. I gained 6 pounds, but I was eating things like pizza, I was eating donuts, I was eating ice cream, had tons of ice cream yesterday, more than usual. I was just kept on eating junk food after junk food after junk food. Ate out with my wife a few times. Like my stomach was just I was so bloated all weekend, including today, and like it just don't feel good. And I mean that's another thing that you realize once you start eating healthy and once you start feeling good, you realize how much food has an effect on your body. Like you wake up more sore, you wake up with different aches. Like your mind is not as clear. Like it's crazy what food does to you. And so that's pretty much exactly what I did all weekend is I made sure I stayed within my calories. I mean, the best I could, right? But I definitely didn't stick to my normal foods and I definitely didn't hit my macros, which I went from 100 and I think I was like normally my weight is 180. I think on Thursday or Friday, I was like 181. And then today when I woke up, I was 186 and it was just insane. And so did this set me back? Yeah, it's probably set me back a week or two. But the reason why I don't get emotional about it, the reason why I'm not like beating myself up too much or feeling like I need to quit or change something is because I know why the weight went up. It's one thing to get mad at yourself for, I don't know. Like, so I'm trying to explain this the right way. The one big mistake that I constantly see is people get mad at themselves or they just get mad that their weight went up. And then I ask them like, well, like, what did you do differently on why the weight went up? And then they tell me like, oh, I went out to eat, I had some drinks, like whatever. It's like, okay, so why are you mad? Like, You made the choice to go out and eat out and have those drinks. Did you think you were going to be able to do that and not have your weight go up? Like, you have to, like, the best thing I always hear, and I always try to say without coming off too mean, is like, just be an adult, right? Is make adult decisions. If you're over, if you're at least a teenager, you know if you're going to eat bad or not, what's going to happen to your weight, right? So why are you getting mad at the consequences that you did to yourself? And that's the biggest thing. It's like, I know what I did throughout the whole weekend. I knew as I was doing it that my weight was going to go up. So when I saw the weight on the scale, when I saw that I carried a little bit more body fat when I look in the mirror, am I going to get depressed and sad and all that stuff? No. It's like, I know why it happened. And now all I have to do is just get back on the plan. And when you get back on the plan, what you don't want to do is lower all your calories, is lower all your macronutrients. So a lot of times, just as an easy example, let's say I'm supposed to be eating 2,000 calories every single day. Let's say on the weekend I ate 3,000 calories every day and my weight went up. And so we get that emotional attachment. It's like, oh man, I want to get back quicker. So now I'm going to eat 1,000, right? Instead of 2,000, where I'm supposed to be at. And so people eat 1,000 to lose weight really quick, but then that's it. Like they don't find the rhythm. They don't find the right way on how to do things. They lose muscle. They just do harmful things to their mind just to get back to their goal weight. So if you fall off, what you're supposed to do is just get back on what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm just getting back on my normal, let's say 2,000 calories, where I'm supposed to be at. And over time, my body's going to adjust itself and keep the strength and get back to my normal weight and get back to my normal body fat just by sticking to the plan, not by adjusting stuff based on a bad decision that I made on the weekend. And it's just kind of what you have to do. And you have to really just get over your emotions the best you can. Like, you can't get mad at yourself based on the decisions you make. Like, you just can't. Like, that's what kids do, right? That's literally what kids do. And I know you're an adult if you're listening to this, and you want a better life if you're listening to this. So the best advice I have for you is, if you mess up, take ownership of it. Don't get sad over it and just move on. And stop stopping. You have to stop stopping. All right. So write those 2 words down today. That is your phrase for the week. Stop stopping. So again, I gained 6 pounds. So over the next week, I'll explain pretty much how the weight's going to fluctuate. Honestly, from experience, because I've been tracking and have the data. Like, I'm going to go back. So currently I'm eating 2,450 calories. So I'm just going to go back to my normal 2,450 calories, hitting my exact macros. I planned out my day to make sure I do it. And I'm probably going to, honestly, I'll probably drop 2 pounds tomorrow. I'll probably drop a pound a day till I get back to 182. And then next week I'll be back to normal. And that's only because I know exactly what I'm supposed to be eating, exactly how much to eat, exactly what I should be eating. And the only reason I know that is because I've been taking data of myself. I'm not playing the guessing game. I'm playing the scientific game of creating data and going off the data. And now that I've been doing it for a while, I have 10 months worth of data that I know my body enough on what I need to do to change it to the way I want to change it, which is pretty cool. And you could do the same thing, but you have to start. So if you've been listening for the last 20 days and you haven't started tracking your food, just please download the free app. It's called MyFitnessPal. And everything you eat and drink today that has calories, plug it into MyFitnessPal. And if you have questions on how to do that, you could join our free Facebook group. You could just find it on the transformationsecretspodcast.com. There's a link in there somewhere. And then ask questions on there. That's what we're there for. I give a lot of free content in there, but one thing people don't do enough in there is just ask questions. Like, the most successful people, and I'm sure you heard this over and over again throughout school, the most successful people ask questions, right? don't wait for someone to guess what you're thinking and then answer it for you. Just ask questions. So that's my homework assignment for you today, is go into that Facebook group. Again, just find it on transformationsecretspodcast.com and ask a question. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow.